Right.
Don't underestimate women and the growing support they're providing to the WNBA. Remember, anything successful, you usually have the women behind it supporting the product.
Don't underestimate the NBA subsidizing.
The NBA and the NFL
Yes.
went to another level once they appealed more to women. What if the women decide we gonna focus and lock in on the WNBA?
No, the NFL started growing once they implemented what's called cheerleaders.
Welcome back. Before we dive into this explosive story, drop a quick comment below. How long have you been following Caitlin Clark, and which player would you most like to see her go up against? Let us know in the comments. What we're witnessing right now could become one of the biggest public relations crises in WNBA history. For weeks, tensions have reportedly been building behind closed doors, but an alleged leaked audio recording has suddenly pushed the controversy into the spotlight. The clip reportedly contains a shocking statement that has sent social media into a frenzy. The fallout is now so significant that, according to circulating reports, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is being urged to get involved directly. Rumors are swirling about possible suspensions, emergency meetings among league executives, and an aggressive effort to contain the growing backlash. And just when it seemed the situation couldn't get any bigger, Caitlin Clark made her return, and her presence may have changed everything. So don't skip a second, because we're breaking down the biggest claims, the controversy surrounding the alleged recording, and what could happen next. Let's get right into it. Understand how this situation reached this point. We have to start with Caitlin Clark. The relationship between Clark and some veteran players has become one of the most intensely debated storylines in professional basketball. Game after game, Clark has faced highly physical defensive pressure, with opponents constantly challenging her and trying to disrupt her rhythm, limit her offensive impact, and make every possession difficult.
Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine. This girl, the Golden Goose, comes along and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's fourth in the league in MVP voting. Fourth in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding. She's like Steph Curry. She could pull up from anywhere. You understand? She has that kind of capability. Didn't win a national championship. Lost to LSU one year. We lost to South Carolina another year. But she's outstanding and clearly worthy of being the number one overall pick. And what I was saying to everybody is ride the wave. Rising tide lifts all boats. The girl is spectacular. It's not like she's not a scrub. She's not only can play, she's a star caliber player who draws this attention. And maybe it's because that fan base that she has and her being a young white lady contributes to it. So what? Benefit from it. And then you have a lot of folks that have come to the defense of numerous WNBA players because they were pointing out like this has been going on before long and people are not hating on her. It's not about hating on her. It's that you feel she is getting a level of attention that you deserved and you...
The tension reached an explosive level during a recent highly publicized matchup between Caitlin Clark and Brittney Griner. The intense physicality between the two immediately sparked debate among analysts, media personalities, and fans around the world. Opposing defenses have repeatedly focused on disrupting Clark's rhythm and limiting her impact, but Griner's size, experience, and presence in the paint turned this particular matchup into a major test. What might have started as another regular season game quickly became a major talking point across the league. Questions about officiating surfaced almost immediately. Fans and commentators debated whether the referees were doing enough to control the physical play, while supporters on social media called for more consistent foul enforcement when high-profile players are involved. As the discussion continued to grow, sports networks and online commentators devoted significant attention to the controversy. Reports, alleged transcripts, and unverified insider claims began circulating online, adding even more fuel to the conversation. According to claims spreading across social media, Griner was reportedly frustrated by the growing media discussion surrounding her defensive style. An alleged remark attributed to her, "I'm a grown man," quickly became the center of online debate. However, the context and authenticity of the reported statement remain unclear. Within hours, commentators, podcasters, and fans were arguing over what the alleged remark actually meant, whether it was taken out of context, and why it had generated such a massive reaction. What began as a heated basketball matchup had suddenly turned into a much larger conversation about physical play, officiating, media coverage, and the intense spotlight surrounding Caitlin Clark.
I don't know. I see somebody that's doing something wrong, so I rugby tackle, doing in an illegal defensive position, so I rugby tackle them. Or I see, I don't know, it's like being an offensive player and you're about to get hit by a moving screen. So instead of getting hit by a moving screen and drawing the foul, you decide to turn and shove the person setting the screen. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. Freedom of movement does not allow you to stop before contact and shove somebody. Like, it is what it is, and I'm being real. Like, this whistle is horrendously awful. Like, this is minimum flagrant one. And again, when we're talking about this could be, I don't know. Look, I don't know about Brittney Griner's intent here, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, she did the exact same thing as Caitlin Clark did to Veronica Burton. The difference is that she's obviously taller. And is there a level of responsibility that you have to have when you're a little bit taller? Yeah, there is. There absolutely is a greater level of responsibility. If you agree this is some bullshit, subscribe. We are trying to get to 60k as soon as possible. We're on 59.6k right now. Thank you guys so much for all the support, by the way. Like, nearly 100 subscribers in the last day. But we gotta be real. This, like, if you're someone that's at a height that you can very easily go and clock somebody in the face, you probably should have to be a bit more careful. But yeah, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening with Caitlin. That Alyssa Thomas did it to Caitlin in her rookie year as well. Like,
this is where the situation took on an entirely different level of urgency. With major media rights deals, sponsorship agreements, and the league's long-term commercial growth at stake, WNBA officials faced growing pressure to manage the backlash and prevent the controversy from damaging the league's reputation. Reports and online speculation suggested that NBA leadership, including Commissioner Adam Silver, was closely monitoring the situation. Behind the scenes, discussions reportedly focused on maintaining the league's credibility, protecting its public image, and ensuring that the controversy did not overshadow the continued growth of professional women's basketball. As the story continued spreading across social media and sports media outlets, speculation intensified over whether senior NBA or WNBA officials might eventually become directly involved. At that point, what began as a heated on-court controversy had developed into a much broader issue involving league leadership, media attention, and the future direction of the sport.
I'd have fun with you. Brittney Griner, well, she says right there, watch this. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive. She says WNBA games used to be a chill, quiet place. You could bring your laptop and relax, maybe even get a little work done. But now it's like there's large gatherings of people watching us from the stands. Some of them are yelling crazy shit about what they're seeing, putting unfair pressure on us to score, like we're there for their entertainment. You are. The whole thing is toxic. I saw a guy with his daughter in the crowd, both of them yelling, couldn't hear what they were saying exactly, but it was either my performance or some light racism. But here's where I'm going with this. So the WNBA says they want to get paid more. They're saying this year they're going to make $1 billion. That's what they're saying, okay? For the first time ever. Now that Caitlin Clark is hurt for 2 weeks, did you see ticket prices? Insane. Let me read you the ticket prices. After Caitlin Clark's been hurt for 2 weeks. All right? So let's go through this. Caitlin Clark absence is having an immediate impact beyond the court. According to data shared by Yahoo Sports via TickPick, prices for 2 specific Indiana Fever away games against the Chicago Sky and the Washington Mystics dropped sharply after Clark was sidelined. Before the injury, the lowest ticket available for Fever's matchup in Chicago was $86. For the game in Washington, fans